A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Bernadine Jayasinghe. Let's take a look at headlines. President Maithripala Sirisena is scheduled to address German Business Council for Industries as part of his official visit to Germany. Former President summoned before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry yet again. Sudha granted bail over the case pertaining to money laundering. 6 die as protesters burned Bolivian government office. President Maithripala Sirisena, who is currently on a tour to Germany, is set to meet with the country's business community today. Following the discussion, President Sirisena will leave for Austria, where he will attend a summit in the country's capital, Vienna.
A significant juncture in the president's visit to Germany was marked yesterday, where a number of bilateral agreements were inked between the two countries. The president was warmly welcomed by Angela Merkel yesterday. Aspects of economic concerns to both nations were taken up for discussions yesterday. Topics centered on education, kidney disease, renewable energy and fisheries were taken up for discussion yesterday. Therefore, we believe that the country's economy will be in a good state in the future. A special business forum which will see the participation of businessmen from both Germany and Sri Lanka will be held today. This will be considered as an important step for trade and investment in Sri Lanka, concluding the visit to Germany. The president will leave for a summit in Vienna, Austria today.
During an official discussion with German Chancellor Angela Merkel yesterday, President Maithripala Sirisena extended an open invitation to all Sri Lankans who sought refuge from Germany during the war to return to the island in order to experience the freedom. President Sirisena said that as Sri Lanka has now been transformed into a democratic country where all communities could live happily, those who went to Germany as refugees during the conflict era could return to the island to reap the benefits of the freedom which has been won. Speaking further, the president commended the assistance given by the government of Germany for the development of Sri Lanka over the past 5 decades, adding that his aim is to develop the long-standing partnership between the two countries into new areas of cooperation. Also addressing the press briefing, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said that she is happy with the democratic changes which took place in Sri Lanka under the leadership of President Maithripala Sirisena and expressed her satisfaction over establishing peace in the country. Asked by a Sri Lankan reporter why his country has not been invited to Germany for 43 years, Merkel replied.
Naja, der Grund war erstens, dass sich der Präsident für Deutschland interessiert hat und zweitens, dass wir der Überzeugung sind, dass sich in Sri Lanka vieles verändert hat.
The reason is that, first of all, the President showed interest in Germany, and second, that we are convinced that a lot has changed in Sri Lanka. That with this President, Sri Lanka has a good chance to peacefully overcome decades of war and differences. We want to recognize this by increasing our work. I think I may reveal that the President has invited me to Sri Lanka, so it doesn't necessarily have to take another 43 years until the German Chancellor comes to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka eingeladen hat. Das heißt also, es müssen nicht wieder 43 Jahre vergehen, bevor ein Bundeskanzler nach Sri Lanka kommt.
President Maithripala Sirisena met German President Joachim Gauck at the Palace Bellevue in Berlin last evening, where the two leaders held discussions on bilateral relations between the two countries. The presidential media unit said that President Sirisena signed the guest book at the Palace Bellevue at the conclusion of the talks with the President of the Federal Germany. The President commended the assistance given by the government of Germany for the development of Sri Lanka over the past 5 decades. German President Gauck said that the government of Germany will provide its fullest cooperation for Sri Lanka's future journey in ensuring democracy. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was once again summoned before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into serious acts of fraud, corruption and abuse of power today. Secretary to the Commission, Lassiter de Silva, said that the former president was summoned to Presifac to record a statement with regard to a complaint which is being investigated on the non-payment of money owed to the independent television network for campaign advertisements telecast during the run-up to presidential election. The secretary added that former chairman of ITN Anura Siriwardana is also being quizzed in this regard. Secretary Lassiter de Silva said that the complaint is being examined on charges of incurring losses to a state institution with the use of state powers. Gampala Vidanagalage Samantha Kumara alias Vele Sudha, who was remanded for a case filed by the Criminal Investigations Department under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, was granted bail today. He was granted bail over the case when it was taken up for hearing before Hudstoff Additional Magistrate Nishant Piris. Additional Magistrate Nishant Piris ordered that Vele Sudha be imposed a cash bail of 5,000 rupees and 2 sureties. However, Vele Sudha was returned to remand custody once again as he is serving a death sentence previously handed down by the High Court. A bus stand located in Union Place, Colombo 2, is at a risk of collapsing.
Commuters say that the bus stand, which is located along the 138 bus route in Union Place, Colombo 2, has been in this state for nearly 2 months now. They say that as a large number of commuters pass through this bus stand on a daily basis, the dilapidated state of the bus stand poses a severe threat to many. A big tragedy could take place. We walk along this path almost every day. If the authorities don't look into this and take the necessary precautions, this could cause implications in the future.
It is just a waste of money. They construct bus halls like this and in the end people only get injured. This is what they do with the money they take. We see this every day. We request the authorities to rectify this issue because this type of incident has taken place before. A medical student is still on the wheelchair.
When Newsfirst inquired from the mayor of Colombo, AJM Muzamil, over the matter, he said that the bus stand is in its current hazardous state after a bus had crashed into it. Speaking further, Mayor Muzamil said that the relevant insurance company has been notified of the matter and that measures to renovate the bus stand will be taken in the coming future.
The Southern Provincial Minister of Agriculture declared open an outlet for agricultural products in the Mathur town today. UNP parliamentarian Buddhika Patirana also took part in the event.
Governor of the Southern Province, Hemakumar Nanayakkara, attended the event as its chief guest.
When we talk about fruits, what we generally eat is apples, grapes and oranges. But we don't eat the commonly found bananas, pepper, pineapple, nor olives, because we believe that those fruits are not up to status. Since we are the upper class, we prefer apples, grapes and oranges. So it is because of this and the negative mindset of our people that the Southern Provincial Council, with great encouragement, has opened this outlet, which would benefit the people with good and nutritious food. According to the Tobacco and Alcohol Act, it is an offence for an institution which imports, manufactures or distributes tobacco or alcohol to the country to grant or obtain sponsorship for events of sports associations or any affiliated events. Because nearly 20,000 patients diagnosed of disease caused by the use of tobacco die per year. So when you divide 20,000 by 365, it comes to a total of 54.7, which means nearly 55 people die due to the use of tobacco daily.
Speaking at an event, swimming champion Matthew Abhay Singha, who clinched 7 gold medals at the South Asian Games 2016, commented on his performance at the Games. Abhay Singha broke the record for most of gold medals in Asian Games by Sri Lankan, previously set by Julian Bolin back in 1991 South Asian Games. The event, which was held at the CRNFC grounds, saw the participation of a group including Minister of Sports Dayasiri Jayasekara and Secretary of the National Olympic Committee, Maxwell De Silva.
South Asian Games was truly an amazing experience, possibly the most amazing experience of my life. It was an honor to not only represent Sri Lanka, but also to be able to win medals for my country. About 2 months before the Games, I was not swimming very well, and I was not at all focused. In a sport such as swimming, if you are not at the peak of your mental preparation and you are distracted, it is very easy to allow that to affect your performance. The previous record of the most gold medals at a South Asian Games by Sri Lankan was from 1991. It took 25 years for someone to break that record. The next South Asian Games is in Nepal in 2019. That's 3 years away. To all of the swimmers here, regardless of your age, I dare you to be brave enough to try and break my record.
That's it for today. Join us again at 1:55 for the more of the very latest. I'm Bernadine Jai Singh for News First. Take care.